This is one of those entertainments that MGM seemed to be able to turn out in the 40s and 50s, pleasing millions and having a lasting quality as well. Some of them lasting better than others, admittedly, but Three Little Words, which is a very fictional biography of Kalmar and Ruby, the composers, nevertheless is one of those films that has lasted simply because it didn't really try to be updated in its time and consequently become out of favour. It's an old-fashioned musical with excellent songs, good talent. The stars are, of course, Fred Astaire and Red Skelton. One wonders where Red Skelton is these days. I presume he's still alive. We know Fred Astaire isn't. Vera Ellen, one of the loveliest dancers of the screen, she is gone. I think it's Arlene Dahl who was the other woman in this particular film. But in supporting roles, you'll have Gloria de Haven playing her own mother in that particular film, Debbie Reynolds, very young Debbie Reynolds, with the voice of Helen Kane. It's just a delightful musical with great songs. I hope you enjoy it, and don't go away at the end. We're going to have a look at two brand new films just to show you we're not living in the past. One is Meryl Streep's new film, and the other is the film biography of Chaplin, directed by Richard Attenborough. But that's after Three Little Words. Well, Three Little Words was the sort of film that was great entertainment in the 50s and still works in the 90s. We've got a film for you coming up now, a new film that puts Meryl Streep right into the action in a different sort of film that I also think is entertaining. It's called The River Wild, and we'll be back after this break. Meryl Streep hasn't had much success with some of her films in recent times, but she's making amends for that with The River Wild, which has opened around the country. It's an action movie with a capital A, and here's NBC's Jim Brown with his look at the making of this film. I think you'll enjoy that film a lot, as a matter of fact. I've seen it. It's like a little bit like Deliverance, but not as tough as Deliverance, but very well shot, looks great, and some of the stuff does look difficult to do. And tough for Meryl Streep, I imagine. But then again, I guess she was paid for it, and it's nice to have her in that sort of film. After this break, we'll be having a look and meeting some of the cast of our 8:30 movie tonight on Channel 7. Actor, director, former head of the British Screen and Television Academy, Sir Richard Attenborough has just about done it all in the movie world. He seems to delight in tackling complex characters from both an acting viewpoint and most definitely from a directing viewpoint. He received international awards for his film Gandhi, and that couldn't have been easy to get together. And although not receiving such prestigious awards for his feature Chaplin, also known as Charlie, this film does give a fascinating insight into one of cinema's most enduring and beloved characters. And if you want to know why we showed you that, Chaplin is on tonight at 8:30. A great performance there from Robert Downey Jr., full of interest. That's all from me. See you next week at the Midday Movie.
This program proudly brought to you by Magican.